So let me share my screen. We'll start slowly. Where are the rest of the people? My screen is visible, right, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. All right, let me see. So I need to log in the new lab. Sabir, you there in the Palo Alto session, right? Previously.
Yes, I have registered for two courses, Palo Alto
Okay.
and SD-WAN.
Okay, good. Great.
But when we can get the access for this Palo Alto lab, I have done all the
Palo Alto lab, right?
yes.
Just wait for today. From tomorrow, everyone will start getting, okay? Because
Okay,
we not started the lab, that's the reason. But we'll make sure you're going to get SD-WAN and Palo Alto both, okay?
okay. Thank you so much.
Okay.
So you have also session, newly session. Uh,
For which one, Ben, you're looking for?
or also other Fortinet.
Yes,
Do
yes.
you have? Mhm.
So only problem for you, Ben, is going to be happen.
The timing?
The session is right now for Palo Alto is the language is in Hindi, not in English.
Ah,
Not going
okay,
to understand. But we are going to launch a very new FortiGate batch. I'll be instructor
okay,
on Monday. So you please join the
okay.
team. Monday, it's going to be 10 p.m. IST. So it's some around for you, it's 9 a.m. CST like that or 9:30 CST. Okay.
9 a.m. Monday. That's the challenge. I'll be working that time.
Oh, that time you're working, right?
Yes.
Let me check what IST to IST. So I'm talking India time is going to be 10. So no, that time is going to be your 11:30 a.m.
Still, I normally
Still,
work till May, earliest is 3:30.
mm,
So from morning between if it is something that is in the morning, maybe
mm,
before 8 o'clock, I can
mhm,
manage, but any time between 8 and 3:30 is not
mhm.
the best. And mostly I work from home, but I have to visit office once in a week.
Okay.
So maybe that day I could have, maybe I may
So
not join the class.
after 3:30 p.m. you're free, right?
Sorry, sir.
After 3:30 p.m. you're free, right?
Yes. Yeah, I can manage. I can manage, like say from yeah,
What
4
about this time, 8:30 or 9:30 a.m., 9 a.m.? Like it is going to be your 10:30 p.m. Will it manageable?
in the morning.
No. For your time, 10:30 p.m. One FortiGate is running in English, right? That
Yeah,
is 10:30 p.m. CST. If you want, I can club there. FortiGate club.
10:30 p.m. for me, for our time.
Yes, for your time.
Till which time?
That is going to be this Monday to
12.
Friday. No, 1 hour just. 10:30 to
Okay.
11:30. It's Monday to Friday.
Monday to Friday, every okay.
Mm,
Then I think
okay.
yeah, I can manage. Mm.
Okay. So I'll talk to your education counselor. They will get in touch with you. Okay.
No, okay.
Okay.
But
There's
I
a
think
one US candidate also. She is like doing discussion with me. So I'll club
Okay.
you, okay? So you both can go with the same your time evening.
Okay.
All
Yeah,
right.
but somewhere along the line, I think if you have time, I'd like to ask some a form of counseling or some questions, but
I will
we will
do, I
see.
will I will do for you. Don't worry, okay? We'll have
All right.
one-to-one session, 15-30 minutes, and I'll help you, okay?
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Okay, good. Hey, Sabir, Rabi, Ram, Manoj, Amit. Good day to everyone.
Yeah, good.
So, any questions, any doubt you guys have? Yesterday, we had a discussion a lot about SD-WAN, and we
Mm.
understand the orchestration plane, we understand the management plane, like we understand the control plane and data plane, everything. So, any doubt anyone have?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Can I
please.
ask?
Yes, please,
Sir, like,
Amita.
sir, like VS to vManage, vSmart, and vBond, there is a protocol like DTLS and TLS, right? And from CS to VS, there is IPsec tunnel. Under that, BFD tunnel. So
Right.
from CS to vSmart, is there any tunnel? Is there?
CS to vSmart, right?
Yes, vSmart or vBond or
Yeah,
vManage.
definitely. The same thing. Whatever the VH is going to happen, same tunnel is going to be there. It is going to be same.
Okay,
Everything. VH and CH is same, right? Only it is
okay,
Cisco device and Subiptela. So whatever tunnel you're creating for the VH, the same is going to be there also.
okay, okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay, Amit?
Yes, thank you.
So let me recap, right? What we did yesterday. We have the controller, that is the vManage, right? We have the
So, sir, I have one question. So,
yes.
is there any direct connectivity between the edge routers, मतलब WAN edge routers?
Direct connectivity, why required direct connectivity? See, we have the branch one here. Here is the branch one.
Right,
It's in Delhi, right? And another branch in, let's suppose, in the USA, Newark, right?
right.
So it's a USA branch too. So there is one router. Let's suppose this is your router. R1 is here, and here is also R1. But this is for another.
So
How
all
it,
the traffic. So
it
okay. So all the traffic is going via control B smart, right?
ISP. They have to make connect with the ISP, and this is also going to connect with the ISP.
Right, right.
So if they want to talk first, so what tunnel they are going to build between router and router?
BFD. Yeah, IPsec.
IPsec. So they must
Yeah,
have to build the IPsec tunnel, okay?
right.
So they are
So
going to,
IPsec. Yeah, IPsec tunnel is going via the ISP.
and
Right,
under ISP, IPsec, you have to build the BFD.
right. So means that there is no traffic going towards the B smart, then back
No, no,
to
wait,
the
wait, wait,
मतलब
wait,
B.
wait, wait, wait. I'm coming. So this is the IPsec and that the BFD. So this is my IPsec, and inside the IPsec, we have the BFD tunnel. We know why
Right, right.
BFD. We discuss about that, why BFD and why
Yeah,
IP.
yeah. I know BFD.
Now you're talking about, let's suppose there is a one subnet here, 10.10.10.10 or 0/24.
Right,
Just want to talk with the USA that having the 172.16.10.0/24. Then
right.
how it is going to be possible? How it is going to possible? Who is going to tell the routing this branch 1 R1 and that branch 2
Yeah.
R2? How it
So
is?
B
V
smart will.
Smart, yeah, V Smart will
So
do.
they are going to make a tunnel, that is the this tunnel, okay?
TLS, DTLS, okay.
And this tunnel could be the DTLS or TLS, right?
Right.
DTLS or TLS. Under this DTLS, TLS, what they're going to build?
OMP.
OMP. So this is going to be yellow, white is going to be OMP. Similarly, this is going to also build the,
OMP.
But sir, one thing like OMP will run
wait, wait,
between V Smart to V Smart, right?
wait. No, 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 no. Wait.
OMP is running only between B smart to WAN edge routers only.
No. Again, you guys are confused. Wait, both concepts are wrong.
Controller to this
Wait, so this
VNS.
is my, listen first. This is my OMP. Mute yourself, right? If there is a background
Okay.
noise. And this is the DTLS and TLS, right? So where OMP running? OMP running between the router to the smart. Okay, that is a one condition. OMP run OMP between router to smart. Make sense? Another use case, smart to smart.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
If we have
Okay, router to smart.
another smart also, we have vSmart. They are also going to build the
Yeah,
OMP. And these also
yeah,
side
for the
to
backup
build the
purpose.
OMP tunnel. Are we clear
Right.
there? Everyone is happy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Any question? Because we discuss a lot in the tunnel, and this tunnel is going to be keep coming every time.
Yes,
Right.
sir. So we don't have or what protocol is between vManage.
So we manage, we discuss, we have a also tunnel between this router, and these tunnel again going to be TLS and DTLS. We discussed yesterday, right?
Yes.
So this is going to be again TLS and DTLS. This is the only protocol going to run.
And yesterday we made mention of administrative distance.
Yes.
V edge, C edge is 250 and V edge is 250. No, yeah. C edge is V edge is 250 and C edge is 251. From the router perspective, we know that the lower
If this
the
router
number,
this says a C edge, right? And if it is going to inject any route in the vSmart, it is going to carry 251 AD value. If this is the C edge, sorry, V edge, then it is going to carry 250 AD value.
yes. So the point is, in from router perspective, we know that the lower the number, the faster or that the trustworthy, what we call. So in this case, how it is, because the number is high or it's not.
So you have to understand in the routing how you're talking about AD value, right? How AD value is going to
Yes,
be. Okay.
yes,
So let's
yes.
understand the scenario. Let's suppose an example.
Mm.
This is the branch one, right?
Yes, sir.
This branch one have two router, R1 and R2, right?
Okay. Yes, sir.
I have another branch here. Here also have the two router, R1 and R2. Now, this branch are going to advertise a route to whom?
ISP. Oh.
vSmart, right? They're going to form the tunnels. So one tunnel is going to be there, and one tunnel is going to be there. Make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
This also going to build a tunnel. So let's suppose these are the OMP tunnel. Behind this, we have the LAN. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Switch. Here is a subnet we have. Let's suppose 172.16.10.0/24. Here is subnet we have is 10.10.0/24. Now let's suppose this router is CH and this is the VH. Make sense? And
Yes,
these
sir.
both are the VH. Just take an example. So the vSmart will receive a route from this OMP as well, the same subnet, right? So one copy he will receive the 10.10.10.0/24 from CH router, right? CH1. And what is the AD value for this one? Can you tell me?
That's 250.
251.
251, sorry. 251.
251. Now, again, the same route will going to receive by the R2. And this is going to be from the VH.
VH.
What is AD value? 250.
250.
Same route is going to receive here, right?
Yes.
In R1 and R2. So which route is going to be take preference? Which one is going to install in the routing table? This one or this?
250.
250.
Lower AD1.
So this is how it is going to work. Okay, Ben?
Okay. Yes. Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Because the value is high. So I was thinking like, is it going to make the system slow from routing perspective? But I understand very well. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Ben.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so let's start with the lab code that we understand now. So let's start building the labs. We have to understand more keywords. Like we have to understand the system IP. We have to understand about the T-lock. We have to understand about the VPNs, right? We have to understand about the site ID. We have to under org name and some other parameter also. A lot of things are there. We just have to understand. So I want basically to start deploying the SD-WAN lab from the scratch, from zero. So let me start, and then we'll try to understand step by step how it is going to happen. Very first thing, I will close this lab and I will create a new lab where zero configuration is going to be there. So I'll just replicate this lab. I'll clone this lab. Okay. So see, this new lab is created and I can rename this lab is 1 p.m. weekend SD-WAN lab. Okay. So this is how your lab is going to look like. So you can see this is your lab. And trust me, this lab, when I just clone, there is no configuration, zero configuration. Nothing is going to be there. So you have to click on it. Just forget about this connection for time being. You in your lab, you are not going to get this connection. So you are going to get this lab, right? And this lab, you can just put here, guiNet SD-WAN lab. Right, let me put the color. So if I want to make little bit higher text, I can make it. Okay, so this is our lab, right? In this lab, almost the topology is going to same, but what I can do that I can remove this router for time being. Let me remove. Okay, I'll remove this as well, and I will connect with the cable because I want to go with the normal flow. Later we'll see how NAT is going to be. Let me see how many. 335. So there should be one cable should be there. Yeah. Okay, now it's free. Now I can connect. And this port should have the IP address. Let me replicate here, duplicate. So this should be have the IP address is 192.1.3. We have to make 0/24. So we will use one subnet, 3 here, 1 here. So this is subnet is going to be there. Now let me make as a router image this one as well. So it looking going to be router only. So I will use the router. So I want to get the symmetric lab and I will export this lab for everyone. So this is R3. So very first thing, this lab doesn't have any configuration. So you have to start from very scratch. So we have to turn on this PC. Very first thing, you have to turn on this PC and then you have to turn on this vManage. You have to click on this start button and you have to turn on this thing. If you want to turn on this particular vBond, you just click it here vBond. It is going to be start. You want to turn on this vSmart, you can just click on this, it is going to be restart. And root CA, you have to start. You want to do the DC switch, you have to click and you have to start. So in today's session, we'll try to configure these all control plane devices step by step. And then we'll move to the underlay versus overlay. And we do the branch integration also later on. So now my PC I have started. So I double click on my PC. This is going to be open in my browser. I click to just send in the main browser and it is going to be started. This is the PC thing, right? Similarly, vManage, just click on it. It is going to be started. So it must be going to boot state. Say it is booting, it's done. It is also must be going to boot state. You will wait. What is the PC password? The PC password is 123. Note it down. So the PC you are going to use in the lab, that is the 123. This is the password. So I will go here and put 123 and this is going to be open. This is the very first thing. And meanwhile, you can see vManage also, it's a booting up. So let them boot. I can make a little bit font bigger so you can see some more clarity. Now, once you've done this, very first thing, you have to change their appearance, right? So the PC is very small. So you just go in the, click a right click, go in the personalize. Restart later. Not personalized, sorry, my bad. We have to go screen resolution. And here you have to go 1440900 and click apply. And then keep changes. Okay. Now it's done. Understand here. So this is the one connection which giving the PC real internet access. This connection means because of this PC is going to get real internet connection and they have the real internet. This connection basically connecting to the my vManage. This is going to take the management of vManage for the CLI and GUI. CLI we already have via the guacamoles like console. But for the GUI, you require the access of this vManage. Then we have to use the subnet that is a 192.168.10.0 and .10 I'm going to configure on this NIC card of the PC and .1 I'm going to configure on the vManage of this particular vManage, right? Under the management VPN, that is a VPN 512. We have to discuss what is a 512 VPN. So let me first set up the .10 IP address on the PC. So I will go here. I'll go in the network. There's no configuration, you can see that. And I'll go in the change adapter settings. This is my network. Properties. And here is the IP you have to set that. 192.168.10.10. The gateway would be 10.1. Click OK. OK. Close. This is done. If you want to check the IP, you can just go in the CMD and run the IP config. And this is the IP you can see here, right? The one IP, it's a real LAN, means real internet, and another one is the your vManage connectivity. But still my vManage is not ready. So let me check what is the current status. So I can see the vManage login prompt is available. So very first time when going to log in the vManage from the CLI, You have to put username as the admin. Password also you have to put as the admin. Clear to everyone? We have to put username as an admin. Password also we have to put as an admin. So I will go here and put the admin username. Password also admin. And then it is going to ask to change your password. You can set again admin and admin. There is no problem. But you must have to change the password. Very first login. Now it is asking what available storage you want to select here. One is you have the VDB that have the 100 GB, one VDC that is SDC that is the having you 3 GB. So minimum you required for this particular configuration of the vManage 100 GB of the hard disk. So minimum you have to put 100 GB of the hard disk. So what you have to do that you have to select the VDB. You have to not select HDC. Both are the hard drive, right? So I'll just select one. Here is the one. So you can select the one. Anand, any questions you have, buddy? Anand Kohli? आनंद आनंद सुन रहे हो आप? चलो मैं म्यूट
हाँ
कर
जी।
कोई क्वेश्चन है पूछना चाह रहे हो?
हाँ जी।
कोई क्वेश्चन है you want to ask?
Yeah, hello. Are you listening me?
Yeah, no. I'm just talking to Anand.
No, sir.
Okay, let me mute you. Let me mute everyone. Okay. So I will just put one and I click OK. Then it is asking, do you want to format the drive? The yes. You have to put Y and click OK. I'll click OK. It will take time. So it will take time.
So yeah, we can get the configuration guide like from you.
Yes. We have the configuration guide. But I would suggest keep making your notes as well. Okay.
Okay.
So that is going to be helpful. It's a very basic steps, but definitely I'll help you. Okay. That configure. So now you see, again, I have the login prompt. You can see here, there is a login prompt. But you try to put your credential, it is not going to take. Why? Because its device is still not ready. Its daemons are not ready. So you have to wait for a while, then it is going to allow to take credentials. See, even I put the username and it's not taking my password. Because it's processing internally and it will take almost 5 minutes to just sync up all the process. Then it is going to be ready for the login. So let's wait for a few minutes and then we'll see. Let's see why it's taking a little bit time. It's stuck, I believe, for some reason. Let's wait 2 minutes more. If not going to, then we have to restart. I will be just stuck for some reason. It's a virtual device, so sometime they're stuck in the processing. So we have to restart only. There is no other options we have. So let's wait. Let me do that restart. So I'll turn off again. Okay. And I turn on again. And then we'll see, because it's not required to restart because it's stuck. So it is going to restart again. And we'll see how we can proceed again with that configuration. Let me see. So I'll click on it. I'll go here, clear. Okay, let me do one thing. Okay, I believe it's started. Yeah, it's started. Okay. So let's wait. Admin, NC password admin, but it is not verifying. But now you can see system is ready. So now if I put again admin and admin, it is going to take my password. So now I'm the vManage. You can see. So this is a very brand new vManage. In this vManage, probably you are not going to find any config. In this vManage, you are not going to find any config except some basic configurations. If you want to run the configuration, you run a command show run, and you are going to find system-wise configuration. You're going to find the user configuration, right? You're going to find this user admin configuration, login configuration, VPN 0 configuration, and there is a VPN 512 configuration. This is the only configuration available in this box. So let's understand one by one what is the default configuration and why it is going to be used. So there is system configuration. System is something. It's a bare minimum configuration. Means anything you want to build, you have to define the system configuration. And this system config must have the 5 tuples. Means there should be 5 parameters. The first parameter is going to be your system IP. The second parameter is going to be have your org name, that is your organization name. The third one is going to be happen your host name, means device host name, right? Let me put here, right? Third one. The fourth one is going to be your vBond IP address. The fifth one is going to be your site ID. So whenever you want to configure the system-wise configuration, these 5 tuples you must have to configure. Without these 5 tuples, your VH router, CH routers, vBond, vManage, they're never ever going to be on board on the fabric. So you must have to have this 5 tuple configuration. Make sense? And this is known as a system-wise configuration.
Sir, this one, third one is host name or it is cancel. You're done.
Hey, I just cancelled third one. This one host name only.
Okay,
It's
okay.
overlapping, no? The text was not visible, so I put it here. So this is the first, second, third, fourth, and 5. These 5 tuple are the very minimum configuration is going to be required to just onboard. Clear? All okay, guys? Any doubt?
As a show run will be able to see the config of the vManage, no?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Just give me 1 minute. Okay, so this is we have to discuss this all in very detail later on. Okay, what is system IP, what is the org name and all, I'll discuss. But this is the bare minimum configuration is going to require. The second thing, guys, you required, that is my,
Hello, sir.
yes, Bhupendra?
Sir, AAR policy will be covered in this session, or
Yes, it's 100% going to be covered. Application routing to the
thank
live
you.
testing as well.
Thank
Any
you.
special requirement, just let me know. I will cover those also. Okay?
Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
Now these are the user admin, means you want to give the read write access. Then this is the different user group and you can give the access. Just admin permissions, you want to define that. There's a logging where you want to do that. Now there should be IPsec configuration also. Let me see. Okay, so IPsec key. So there are no, by default it's not enabled. We have to enable. Okay, late was it. Now you have to see there's two configurations, VPN 0 and VPN 512. So very first thing you have to remember, we have the three type of VPNs. We have the VPN 0. We have VPN 12511 and VPN 513 to 65527, right? And third one is the VPN 512. Clear? So any interface means, let's suppose I want to configure this interface and I want to assign the IP address. Which interface? Ethernet 1. I need to assign IP address 192.168. 10.10 I assign the PC. I need to assign 10.1 on my vManage. So if I go here in the config tree and I want to go and assign the IP, see this interface config is not taking. So that means any interface configuration you want to do, like Cisco router, directly go in the config tree and you go in the interface and then you define the IP address. This is how you're doing, right? But in the vManage or any VH router, any vBond, vSmart, whatever the device you have, if you want to configure the interface, that is not allowed. Means you have to do the configuration either on the VPN 0, either in the VPN 1 to 511 or 513 to 65527 or 512. This is the only VPN range we have. So which interface I need to configure? VPN 0, which in this range and which in this range. Any interface going toward the WAN, means the ISP connectivity, they are always going under the VPN 0. Clear, guys? Any interface which is going toward the ISP, that is always going under the VPN 0. Any interface going toward the LAN, that always going from this range 511, 1 to 511 and 513 to 65527. This you must have to understand. And any VPN you want to do configuration as a management, then you have to configure on the VPN 512. So you guys tell me right now which VPN I need to configure my interface. What is the logical thing you are just want to advise me?
The LAN interface we have to go with for connecting with the PC.
Which interface?
This LAN, yeah, LAN. Yeah, 512, yeah, widely.
Yeah, so basically we can go with the LAN also, but we are going to take a management of the PC. So we require to go in the VPN 512. Okay, make sense?
Yeah.
So I will go first in the VPN 512, and then I'll go in the interface. Please mute. Ram, please mute. And this is going to be Ethernet 1. So I will go here, interface, Ethernet 1, and I give the IP address 192.168.10.1/24. No shutdown. Description, right? MGMT VPN. And if you want to see the configuration, what configuration I'm doing, so you can just run the show configuration. So this configuration, I'm going to do that. Still, this configuration is not applied. This configuration is not applied. So if you want to apply, you have to make the commit here. You have to make the commit. So once you make the commit, you'll see show run now. This is my configuration. So now if I go on the PC and you try to ping the IP address, it should be reachable. Let me go here. So because already we defined the IP address here and I want to ping. So I'll ping 192.168.10.1. It should be reachable. See, the first packet was dropped due to the ARP resolution, but now I'm able to reach. Once you have this connectivity, what next? You require the GUI access of this particular vManage. Then how you can do that?
Sir, I have one question here. Could you please go back in the configuration?
Yes, I can go back. There is no problem.
Yeah. So here we are talking about the BPN 512. So this BPN 512 is by default allocated on the Ethernet 1 port because we didn't put any command regarding the BPN 512. Means first we went in the configuration mode and then we applied the interface ETH1 and then description and then IP address and no shutdown.
Yes, right.
Yeah, so there is no BPN 512 we need to put it here or in the
We done,
command.
na? Without VPN 512, you cannot configure the interface.
Okay, could you please show me upside? Maybe I missed that one. Could you please show upside the configuration?
This is the configuration we have done, na? See?
1 minute, 1 minute.
This is the configuration we have done, see?
Okay, okay. BPN 512, then I enter into the interface and it goes. Okay, got it. Thank you.
And sir, in the Ethernet one, there's possibility we can go with Ethernet 2 also.
Yes,
Any Ethernet?
yes, any interface you can connect here.
Okay, which is connected to
The
it.
cables
Okay,
would be connected, right? On
Yes,
that.
yes. Any port you can connect, but you just put that port as a management port, then it is going to just take the GUI access on that particular interface.
Okay.
Okay, clear. So now we're done with this. We have to move further and go in the browser. And under this browser, we have to take the GUI access. So let me show you. I'll open the browser. I'll maximize it. And now I'll go here and put here HTTPS 192.168.10.1 and hit enter. You'll see you're going to redirect on the GUI page of the particular vManage. So you can see this is showing that connection is not secure. But very first time, listen carefully now. When you're building this vSmart, right, means vManage, and you're starting and you've just done the IP connectivity. So at least you have to wait 5 to 10 minutes to get the GUI access. If you're not going to wait any time, GUI is not going to work within 10 minutes. It's minimum required 10 minutes to GUI work. It's a like normal process. The image is very heavy. So their application are going to be enabled once daemon are going to be sync. Once you have the CLI access, then the GUI is going to be there. So already we have done discussion, 10 minutes completed. That's why we have the GUI access. I click advance, proceed with that. And then you are going to land to the vManage dashboard. So this is my vManage dashboard, and I can click admin and continue, and then again put the password, that is admin, that is done. So by doing this, my job has been completed. And I have the first lab done where I had taken the GUI access of my particular vManage. So in this lab, what we have done, just taken the GUI access of vManage, but still my vManage is not valid one. You can see this is the invalid. The certificate is not valid. So we have to do the certification part as well. So you can see this is not valid certificate installed. So the vManage is invalid. We have the GUI access, but still it's invalid. Clear? Till now we have to make them valid. But before make them valid, we have to do something other steps. Any doubt, guys, till now here? All okay?
All okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So now we have to make another thing. We have to create the configuration for the vBond. We have to create the configuration for the vSmart and the root CA. So I have already predefined configuration files available with me. Probably I'll share how to do that, but I will show here to just make sure you can quickly, let me see if that file is available with me. So I need to check, probably somewhere else it is put it. But I have created the files where the all base config is there. But you don't have to copy and paste those files. You have to use your own logic, and based on that you have to configure manually all the configuration step by step. So again, I'll go and open my vBond. So you have to click it. This is my V edge. vSmart. And then my roots here. Okay. So very first thing you have to understand, the vBond. There is no image for the vBond. Means vBond is always going to be your VH router. Note it carefully. Means your VH is going to be vBond. There is no image for the vBond available. So anyhow, you have to convert your VH to the vBond. How it is going to done? We'll see that. So that's why you can see when I log in very first time to my VH router, vBond, you'll see it's showing the VH image. So you have to put the username admin, password admin again, and you have to change the password. And this is the VH image. So you have to convert this VH as a vBond device. And how it is going to happen, I will show you later on. But for time being, I want to change the host name. By changing the host name, it's not going to convert it in the vBond. We have to run a special command in this particular configuration of this router, then it is going to act as the vBond. We'll do later. So if you want to change the host name, you have to go in the system and then you have to change the host name. I'll put as a vBond and then commit. So now you'll see this looks like the vBond, but still it's not a vBond. It's just a router. This is the vSmart. Again, you log in it. Default username password. Again, login. Re-enter. This is the vSmart. Root CA. You have the root CA. Here. Show IP interface brief. Right. So now we have to do one thing. We have to assign the IP address on this interface. Now you guys tell me, if I want to assign the IP address on this interface, which VPN should I select? For this interface, to this interface.
So VPN 0,
Why VPN 0?
because this is the line
WAN interface. Yeah.
Yeah, they are actually facing toward the WAN. Okay, you can see. So this is going to part of the VPN 0. So we'll start with the vManage first. Okay. So I'll go in the vManage, and you have the lab guide also. Let me show you. Let me show you. So here is a vManage. I'm opening in a different browser, and then I'll put in the same browser. This is my vEdge, vBond, and this is my vSmart. So let me open and I'll share it. Okay, let me put it one by one here. We okay. So now go here. So we'll discuss later on this all part, but we are discussing how to configure this WAN interface. So now you see there are lot of commands available. One is I'm going on the VPN 0. After that, I'm going to assign the Ethernet. Should be Ethernet 1 here because I believe LabGuard need to update it. Ethernet 0 basically. And after that, you'll see there are tunnel interface and allow services all. Why these two commands are very important? We have to understand, but let's configure this interface. So I'm showing it's already in the lab guide, but you have to go in this format with config T VPN 0 interface. What is the interface we have? That is my Ethernet 0. And IP address we have to put as a 123.10.10.10/24. IP is written here. Every interface IP is written here. For this one is going to be /24 also. /24. This is also /24. This is also /24. This also /24. Several is /24. So I'll go and define this /24. And I'll put the no shut. Now why I need to put the command tunnel interface here and why it's mandatory. So as I mentioned, right, whenever you want to build your vManage, this need to build a control connection with the VHCH, right? And also they have to build with the vSmart, and we also have to build with the vBond. So then we required their connectivity with the WAN ISP, right? This is my WAN. And then via that interface, the WAN interface, they will build the tunnels. So if you're not going to define a tunnel interface, they will not going to build a tunnel from one device to another device. So that's why tunnel interface command is very important. So what are tunnels? That is your DTLS or TLS. For you want to build, then you have to define the tunnels. Clear the command meaning? Why tunnel interface is important here? If you're not going to define, your tunnel is not going to build. Everyone clear? Give me thumbs up. Why tunnel interface is there? Okay. Now we have to use another command, allow services all. Why allow services all? So by default, few services are allowed on the SD-WAN. Like might be the ping is going to be allowed. You are going to be allowed with the HTTP, right? Might be you're going to allow with the FTP, BGP, but not all services. So if you want to allow every type of services, because we are in the lab, so we might be required the custom services sometime like TFTP I required. That is not allowed. So I go and allow all services, so I can just make sure every type of the services, if I want to integrate in my network for any communication, that is going to be there. So that's why I allowed the all services and I'll do the commit. My job has been done. Done. So if you go and check the show run now, this is the new configuration. You can see. So by default, only 3 services are allowed: ICMP, DNS, and DSCP. These all are disallowed. But now I allow services all. That means everything is going to be allowed. So my this router configuration done. We managed done. Now I have to back to the vBond.
So I have one doubt here. Like you mentioned in the diagram, we manage VS and the V bond, right? They are forming the tunnel to each other, right?
Right.
Okay. So if it is sitting on the same subnet, so why this is required?
So they are sitting
All
in
three
the same
devices are
tunnel.
sitting
They
here.
still require to
Yes.
form a tunnel. They are still required to form a tunnel. They still, even this is my DC switch is making the connectivity. This is my DC switch, right?
Yes.
So still they have to build a tunnel between each device. Without tunnel, they cannot make the communication to exchanging the certificate and all.
But reachability is there within the same subnet, right?
That's fine. But to allow the
Yeah.
tunnel, you have to enable this tunnel interface. If you not enable, reachability is there, ICMP is there. But you have to form the DTLS and TLS tunnel. TLS, please mute, guys. Manoj, who have the problem? I request please mute. Let's understand, okay? So you're building the TLS and DTLS, right? So if you want to build a DTLS and TLS, then your tunnel interface is very important to allow. If you're not going to allow, it is not going to build the TLS and DTLS. So if you want to make this tailor DTLS, then you have to allow the tunnel interface.
So, sir, it is not mandatory to use the same segment of the IP or any public IP we can use for the
Any public
vManage.
IP, it's not mandatory.
It
Any
is not
public
mandatory.
IP, yes, that
Oh,
only require the your reachability.
okay. The ICMP reachability should be there without means for the same segment or the different segment. It is not mandatory.
Right, it's not mandatory.
Okay.
ठीक है मनोज you okay? Who was asking? Manoj was asking? किसने पूछा था?
I was asking, it's okay. Okay.
Okay, fine. Okay, let's move. Now we have to go in the vBond and we have to go in the config T. We have to go in the VPN 0. And for vBond point of view, we have the interface that is G0 by 0. So again, for vBond also, you're going to find this configuration. See, this configuration is written here. So you can refer always. So I'll go here and interface. This time I have the G0 by 0. I'll put G0 by 0 IP address 123.10.10.11/24. No shut. Tunnel interface. Allow services all and commit. Done. This is also done. Now go in the vSmart. VPN 0. And this is my Ethernet 0. IP address 10.10.12/24. No shut. Tunnel interface. Allow services all commit. Now we have the root C. Root C is normal Cisco router. So we have to configure this interface for the normal. There is no VPN required. This is normal Cisco router we are going to use as a root C. Do show IP interface. Interface. What is the interface? That is my G0 by 0. IP address 123.10.10.13 to 55. Do right. So this is what configuration you have to do that. Now we have to go in the DC switch. This is my DC switch. And this DC switch, we have to make sure that all ports are going to be VLAN 123. We'll create one VLAN 123 and we'll make these all port is going to part of the VLAN 123. So we'll create one VLAN and we assign the IP 123.10.10.1. So once we'll do that, they all start communicating with the VLAN 23. Still, they are going to communicate with the VLAN 1. But I want to make the VLAN 123 so they have the better communication. So how we can do that? I can go in the DC switch. And first of all, I'll go in the config, host name, and I create the VLAN 123. I'll put the name as a controller VLAN. Hold on. Controller VLAN. Right. And I'll go and create interface VLAN 123, IP address 123.10.10.1 to 55 to 55 to 55.0, no shut. And last, I'll use the command interface range. And what is the interface range we have? Gig 0 by 0 to 0 by 3. So gig 0 by 0 to 0 by 3 and IP, switch port mode access. Switch port access VLAN 123, no shut, do right. So my all configuration of the DC switch also completed. Means whatever the configuration required, that is done on my DC switch as well. Clear, guys? Till now, clear, right?
Sir, can you go to vSmart once?
Yeah, I can go. Just give me 1 second. So this is vSmart, yes.
Okay, here also okay, we're given the interface, interface commit. Okay, okay, sir.
Right. So
Yes,
DC
sir.
switch, we just create the VLANs, and if you just check it here, show IP interface brief, your VLAN is up. So now you can ping controllers from here. 10 was the vManage IP, should be reachable. 11 was the your vBond IP, should be reachable. 12 with the vSmart, should be reachable. And 13 is the root CA. They should be also reachable. So we have the reachability from the DC switch, but I require the reachability. All three should be reachable through the DC switch. So let me ping from the vManage point of view. So just ping the first vBond. One is the DC switch IP address. Wait, what happened? Self is reachable, vBond is reachable, vSmart is reachable, and my root C is reachable. So now you make the basic reachability, means every box is able to reach to another box. Clear? Now we have to start working with certification part.
So, sir, in the DC switch, you make a the port connectivity for all the V1, vManage, and the vSmart in the same VLAN, right? VLAN 1, 2, 3, so that they
Right.
will able to communicate.
Right. I make the same VLAN configuration.
Could you please click on the DC switch, sir?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 1 minute. Could you please go the configuration? Okay. 003. The respective interface is the 003.
No, all interface. I configure the switch port range command. I hope you guys
Okay.
have range.
Yeah. Switch port mode access command you used it, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Ben,
Got
please
it.
ask your question.
Yes, sir. So we have the encapsulation IPsec command only on VBON, right?
We not configure. We configure the encapsulation. 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 IPsec command on the WAN. Which command you're asking? We not configure any IPsec command here.
Okay, about when we are to configure, we do it only on VBON or on all the
No,
control.
IPsec not required. IPsec
Oh,
not required these three controller. Are they going to build IPsec tunnel? The answer is no.
okay.
IPsec, if we have the my vManage. Okay, again I'm repeating. We have the vSmart.
Okay. It's between the edge.
They not required any IPsec. Clear?
Yes.
Where
Thank you.
IPsec is required? If you have the router,
Mm.
vManage, instance manage.
no vManage.
One edge.
Sir,
One edge.
they required the IPsec.
Yeah, VH
When
to
we
VH.
when
VFD.
we configure the VS devices, then we'll see the how IPsec is going there. Here we configuring the control connections, right?
Mm. Mm.
Control connections. That is my DTLS or TLS. Make sense?
Yes. Thank you.
All right, good. So this is how it is happening.
Sir, one question. We manage all the controllers reachability via the switch. Without IQ route, it will pinging each other.
So say they are the same broadcast domain, na? Bhupendra.
Oh, 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 okay.
They all are the same broadcast domain, bro.
Yes, sir.
Same broadcast domain में तो reachability हो जाएगा ना?
Yes, sir.
Actually, that's why sir created a single VLAN, right?
Yes, same subnet, na?
Yeah, same acting as a gateway.
Yeah. So this is the subnet. So they are going to be same broadcast. So there is no routing needed. Clear? Bhupendra, or who was asking?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Any other doubt, guys? Please ask me. Any doubt? Don't hesitate. You are here paid for the learning. पढ़ाई करने के लिए पे किया है. So this is your just थोड़ा सा question should be more logical and you have to be focused. When I feel you guys not focusing and asking unnecessary question, I will also give my negative feedback for you. So be sure, be focused, ask good question. There is no problem. Question could be right or wrong. I will never hesitate to take questions. Now we have to build the certification part. Means still my vManage is not valid. So how I can proceed with the other configuration? I need to make vManage should be valid. So how it is going to happen? The very first thing we make the configuration. Now the second thing we have to copy the certificate from my root CA. So before I can get the certificate from my root CA, I have to configure my root CA. So my root CA is not ready. So let me bring my root CA configuration guide and I will configure my root CA. And then only we can proceed with a further certification. So we are going to use my in-house root CA. So this is my root CA. So this is something you don't have to think a lot. How root CA is working, means what is the configuration meaning. Even you are not able to understand, it's absolutely fine. You just have to copy this configuration entirely. Whatever I have here, just copy. Okay. And after copying, just go on the root CA. And you have to go in the config here. And you have to paste it here. That's all. This is done. So your root CA has been configured. Now come with the exit. Once you configure the certificate, I'll explain what is the content of the certificate. You have to export this certificate, what you created the server PKI and you created database in the NB RAM of the router. You have to export that file as a PEM in the NB RAM or flash or the system. So I'll just do with the NB RAM. So I'll go here and put it here NB RAM. This is going to be done. Now, after doing this NVRAM configuration, you have to make this router, which is root CS Cisco router, as a TFTP server. So remotely from other location, I can copy the certificates. So I'm going to make this server as my TFTP server. So I will use this command TFTP server nvram pki.ca. I'll copy and I'll paste it here. Done. And then you make sure you complete do write. Else when router is going to reload, every configuration is going to be lost. So let me explain what I have done by using this configuration. I just make the hostname as a root CA. I created the crypto key generate RSA label PKI modulus 204. It is an encryption method to generate the key. I make this my as a HTTP server as well. If I require to copy the certificate from the HTTP, that is also possible. I can also crypto PKI. This is crypto where I'm making this as a root CA. And what is my issuer name? This is the lab.local. And what is the hashing database? What is the password grant auto? That all is there. So this is just creating your certificate, that local enterprise certificate. And then after you just have this parameter where you just, exporting the certificate in the NVRAM. So now if we go in the router and check the NVRAM, your certificate will be there. Let me show you. So dir boot flash dir, you just put it here and go NVRAM. And if you go NVRAM and click question mark, see, it is created the pki.ca certificate here. So if you want to check the what is inside the certificate, so just run the command more and go here and type here pki.ca. You're going to find this certificate. So this is certificate the router is created as a root CA. And based on this certificate, only the private public key is going to be generated and device is going to be start doing the onboarding process. Okay. So what I'll do that as a next step, I will go my vmanage root CA is done, right? So it's just copy in the TFTP server. So again, I have to, my job, this has been done. Now I have to go my vmanage and I have to copy the certificate from my root CA. This is the very first job you have to do that. Means once you make the root CA configuration, then you go and copy the certificate. So you have to go in the Linux mode of the vmanage because you have to use the TFTP. This is the command -g -r. This is a Linux based command. So you have to go here in vmanage and you cannot copy in this privilege mode. You have to go in the vshell mode and then you have to run TFTP -g -r, right? pki.c and then you have to give the IP. What is my server IP? That 13. This is my server, root CA. So I need to copy this one. So it's the same command is written TFTP -g -r pki.c and that's your root CA. So moment you'll copy the certificate, it is going to copy from the root CA. So right now, before you copy the certificate, let me show you. ls-l. There is no certificate available here for the root CA. But if you're going to run this command, let me copy and paste quickly. Instead of typing, you run, press enter. See, now if you run ls-l, your certificate has been copied. You can see here. So it is automatically copy. Once you command run, it will take the copy from your root CA. What happened? Again, repeating. We make this as a root CA. Copy cert nvram. Make TFTP server. And then we have the reachability via this vmanage. Vmanage go in the vshell and via TFTP, it capture the traffic from this router to this vmanage. This is what we have done. Clear? Now we done this one, we have to install this certificate. So you have to run this command request root search and install. Just
So
copy
one question, then which command you use to make the TFTP server as a root CA?
this command.
Okay.
Clear?
Okay. Clear.
Okay. So I'll go.
Sir, from above, this is the command for making the TFTP server, right? For this root C, right?
Right.
And above command is like we are exporting the PKI certificate, no?
Yes,
From
in
the
NVRAM.
NVRAM. Okay.
And when we are putting the TFTP server, this NVRAM is also only like giving the file name to remote locations. Okay.
Okay, sir.
All right. So I'll go here again, and we have to install this certificate. So I'll copy this. Please mute Rasis, and I'll just exit and hit done. So my certificate has been installed. This is the very first thing you have to do that. Second thing, once we done the installation, we have to go GUI mode of the vManage. See here, and we have to do the other processing. So I have to go GUI mode of the vManage. So let me go here. You have to go here in the settings, because you have to import a certificate and do the certification. And you have to put here, what is my organization name? So organization name is always going to be this name, root CA dot lab dot local. So the middle name is going to be organization name. So we are doing the lab. So I'll put as a lab as a organization name. So I'll go here and put as a lab. So I'll go here and I'll just save it. This is going to be my organization name. Now it is asking what is my vBond IP address. So vBond IP address is my 123.10.10.11. So you have to go there and you have to give 123.11. Then it is asking alarm duration, like disable WAN age certificate of
And sir, this port number is fixed for everyone?
yes, fix. It is going to be always fixed. We don't
1,
have
2,
to
3,
change.
4, 6, right?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. It is going to be fixed. We don't have to change. Now here is option controller certificate authorization. This should be not Cisco unless or until you have the full license. So we'll use the enterprise root CA. So you have to use the enterprise root CA. Now we have to copy this certificate which available in my root CA. And we have to paste it here.
Sir, can you repeat the last step again? Controller one.
So I'm talking like we have to put the certificate. This is the controller certificate authority. There's Cisco, DigiCert, manual, and enterprise root CA. This is recommended when you have the Cisco license SD-WAN. Okay.
Okay.
If you not have, we have to use the enterprise one. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
So we have to copy the certificate, but the problem is you cannot copy paste the certificate from here to the virtual machine window. This is one problem. Please note carefully. If you want to copy the certificate and we have to paste it here, it is not going to paste. See, copy paste is not working. So this challenge is also going to for you as well. So how we can do that? There's two methods. You just go log in the vManage directly from the putty here. Just go open the putty and just go and put the IP address 123.10.10.10. Sorry, this is not IP address. We have to log in via the 192 IP address. The management one. So go here 192.168.10.1. Once you log in, let me go here in the chain setting. Okay, visual. So go in the V shell. ls-l and you just see the certificate name more pki.ca. So you just copy from here, right? If you not copy from the root CA, or what you can do that even you want to take the root C access from here, it is also possible. I'll show you. So what you have to do that, you just go in the root CA. Let me go here in my root CA and I can config T, right? And after config T, I'll create username, Cisco, password, Cisco, let me say username.
Privilege comes first.
Yeah. Not showing privilege one. No? Okay, hi. Okay, privilege 15, right? And I have to
Yeah.
give the password Cisco. Okay.
Yeah.
That's the one thing you have to do that, and then you have to go show run section line VTY, and I need to go and line VTY 04 login local transport input all transport output all password. Let's suppose I want to give Cisco for the local as well and do right. So I make the means I'm on the root CA. On the root CA, I just enable the username password. So what I can do that now I'm the PC and let's suppose I want to take SSH of this particular root CA directly from here. So you just go here SSH Cisco @123.10.10.13. See, it is asking, you just click yes and just go and put the password Cisco. Now I am the root CA. Now if in the root CA, you want to copy from here dir and dir, you want to go in the nvram pki.ca. So you just type more nvram pki. So this is certificate. So you can copy the same from here as well. So either we can copy directly from the vmanage or here. So you just paste it here. Now you're going to paste. My paste is done. So this is how you have to paste the certificate. Now once the certificate has been pasted, you have to give the domain name. Domain name is going to be this one, lab.local. This is always going to be domain name. So I will go here and I'll set the CSR property. Domain name is lab.local. Organization lab, again, organization unit, organization name is lab, no secondary organization. City, let's say I'll put the New Delhi, State Delhi. Country India, validity 1 year for certificate, and then I'll click import. So my certificate has been done. This certificate part has been done, but still my vManage is not valid because we have to generate the CSR now. So there is total 3 process. I'll explain once. Let me complete, then I'll explain entire process how it is happening. So now we done till here. And you can follow the same process also, how to get the certificate. You run this command. But I would suggest what the process I followed as of now, you just follow the same process while doing the initial configuration. You just not go in the lab guide process because this process was explained through the email communication, how it is going to happen. So now you done with the certificate. Now you have to generate the CSR. So how the CSR is going to be generated? You go on the vManage, go in the device, go in the certificate, right? And go in the controller. And here you can see no certificate installed, no such CSR generated. So here you go and generate CSR. So it is going to give the certificate. Now based on this CSR, what happened? They get certificate from the root CA. they use their local property, and based on that, they generate the new CSR. CSR is certificate signing request. Based on that, your root CA is going to issue the final certificate. So you can see here, once you generate certificate from CSR, you have to go in the root CA and you have to run this command. So let me go into my root CA under my this virtual PC only. And here I will run the command, this one, crypto PKI server PKI. Let me go here. Crypto PKI server PKI. And then I'll use the PKCS request PKCS 10 terminal, right? Request PKCS 10 terminal. And you have to hit enter. Once you put enter, you just go and copy the CSR. And after copy the CSR, just go and paste it here. Once you paste and press enter 2 times, it will grant your certificate. See, this has been granted your certificate. So now you have the final certificate to install in your vManage. Once you install this certificate, your certificate is going to valid from the vManage point of view. So I'll just copy it. I close it and make sure you select it and go here and install this final certificate. The new certificate, you get it from the device and install it. Wait. See, so my certificate has been done. It is installed. Now, if you go in the vManage dashboard and check, see, there is no invalid sign we have. Means this vManage become the valid. If you want to check another way, do you have the valid certificate or not? Go here, certificate, check the controller and see this is the valid certificate we have. There is no error we have, right? But still my vManage not have the full configuration. Means they required minimum system-wise configuration. So what is system-wise configuration? Unless we done the certification, that's fine. There is no problem. But they have to do the system-wise configuration as well. So what is system-wise configuration? We have to define the organization name. We have to define the system IP. We have to define the vBond IP. We have to define the site ID. So what is system IP? Let's understand one by one and then we configure. So organization name is your unique name. Unique name of the fabric. That's your organization name. Every time when you're going to take the Cisco SD-WAN solution from the Cisco, they will give the unique name of your fabric. That is your organization name. System IP is the unique IP similar to the router ID. It's non-routable IP. But these are going to play a very good attribute when you want to do any kind of policy creation and all. vBond is just, vBond IP address. Site is the unique site ID. Every site should have the unique site ID. You have to define, and host name, you know that. These 5 parameters I have to define in my vManage. So then you can see it is not showing this all site ID, system IP, host name. So I'll go here and define this. Config system host name vManage. Organization name lab. vBond detail 123.10.10.11 and system IP. What is my system IP? In that case, this is my system IP 10.123.10.10. And the commit. Job has been done. So now I have done the basic configuration. Now you go here again and just refresh. See, they populated there the vManage system IP, site ID also they will populate very soon. Certificate, site ID also done. So everything has been done. Earlier it was not there, but when I configure my system IP, this has been also done. Clear, guys? Everyone is happy till now here? Now we have to add the controller. Now we have to start adding the controller for my vBond and the vSmart. How it is going to happen? Let's do that. So I have to go in the device and controller. And now I have to add a controller. Let's suppose first vBond I am going to add it. So as I mentioned, vBond is still not a vBond. Why? Because we have to give the special command. So let me try to add my vBond. IPH 123.11. You will get an error. See, you cannot add VH router as a controller. So we cannot do that. So first we have to go and we have to create our vBond as a vBond. How you can do that? You have to go in system and you have to run this command vBond as a local. This command will make vBond as a vBond. Else this is not going to be vBond. So I'll go my vBond again. Here admin config and system vBond. I'll put 123.10.10.11 and local and commit. Now if I go here again and try to add, let me add it here. It will be getting added. This is going to be added. See, this is added. There is no certificate install. Now I'll go here for the vSmart also. vSmart, I can simply add it here. It's asking you want to make a DTLS, TLS. I'll use the DTLS, no problem. I'll add it. But there is no certificate install. We added, there is no 5-tuple parameter available. You can see nothing is there. So the next step I go is certificate and I go the controller. You see vBond, we have the CSR generated already. So we have to get this sign by the root CN. Let me check and we have to do sign. So how we can do that? I will go here. And try to create. And I just go here and vBond. I'll view the CSR. Paste it here. Enter. We get the granted certificate again. Copy the granted certificate.
Okay, sir, as soon as you are copying the CSR from there and pasting in root C, it is generating the granted certificate.
Yes.
Okay.
And then you paste the granted certificate here. And then wait. Now it's successfully done. Certificate, you can see this certificate has been installed, but we are not getting any 5-tuple informations. And here you're going on the dashboard, even we are not seeing the vBond information here. Let me show you. vBond is not visible here. So we have to go and complete the 5-tuple informations. How we can do that? We have to go and define this 5-tuple information from here. Right? So I'll go here again. System, hostname, vBond, site ID 100 again. We have this data center, this having a site ID 100. You can see this is site ID. So now I'll go here, the organization name, lab, system IP 10.123 10.11. See, every system IP is written. So 10.123 10.11. What else? vBond IP, right? 123 and commit. 5 tuple configuration done and wait here. You'll see after some time they will have this all parameter. See, site ID also going to be there. See now, and you go in dashboard now, you're going to find the vBond available here. Make sense? So we onboard one vBond as well, right? Now you have to do the vSmart. Again, I'll go here. Device. Sorry, I need to go in the certificate. Here is my already CSR is generated. So I'll view my CSR and I'll go and get them signed by my certificate authority. So I'll copy the command again from this one. Crypto PKI server PKI request PKCS terminal 10. Enter, and I will copy the certificate carefully. And once I'll copy, I'll paste it here. Enter, enter. This is my certificate. I'll copy the certificate very carefully and I'll go and install it.
Means we are just going to exchange the certificate to each other, right? First,
Right.
we are going to take the certificate from the CSR, and it is guaranteed by the root CA, and whatever the certificate is generated by the root CA, again we have to go to the install certificate and apply that.
Right, right. Exactly. Now still see this vSmart is not live because we not have the 5 tuple. So you have to go here and put the 5 tuples. See, this is the bare minimum configuration you have to do that. So config system site ID 100 organization name lab vBond you have to put 123 10.10.11 host name vSmart. What else we left? System IP 10.123 10.12. This is going to be my system IP. So I'll commit from here and I'll end. Now you'll see after some time it will populate the parameters. I make something mistake for the vSmart. Let me see, because it should come. Yeah, now Smart is also live. You can see Smart is also live. So it was taking a little time, but see, Smart is also live. So we have the all controller onboarded. Now you guys tell me any question till here anyone have? We make the all controller onboarded on the fabric.
So can you go into the vBond once?
Yes, let me go here.
Okay, in the vBond, sir, we have system IP. Okay. And sir, this vBond is the its system. Okay, this it is the same IP, no?
Oh, why make one mistake? This should be vBond as a local, no?
I think it is done already.
Oh, okay, you done. I done here.
Uh,
Right. Okay, okay. Let me correct again. Okay.
mhm. That is the VH, na? We convert it to vBond.
This command need to be there. Okay.
To convert to vBond. Okay.
Okay. Now good. All done. Clear? All clear? Now you guys tell me. We have the vManage. We have the vSmart. Do you have any tunnel? vManage can build a tunnel with the vSmart?
Yeah.
And vSmart also build a tunnel with the vBond?
Yes.
And vManage also build a tunnel with the
V1.
what tunnel could be? TLS or DTLS or both?
It's
Sir,
only
we
the
can
DTLS.
define the
DTLS.
manually DTLS
It
or
could be
TLS.
DTLS. It could be TLS or DTLS, right? And what would be this one?
it is also the
TLS,
same.
DTLS. Yeah. But what's up with the V bond? It should be DTLS, right? You told
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it is the only
This is the
DTLS.
only DTLS.
Yeah.
Yes.
And what is this one?
It's
This is also a
same
DTLS.
TLS or DTLS. Yeah.
No,
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 no, only DTLS.
DTLS.
Okay, with the bond. Okay, with the bond. Yeah.
Okay. So let's verify we have a tunnel or not. Let's go one by one.
Sir, before proceeding further, could you please show me the option where is the manual option we can select for the DTLS and TLS in the vManage?
vManage, you cannot do that. I need to check the command line CLI. There is a one command. vSmart, I can show you right away. When you add, now for vManage, I need to check, right? There is CLI command. Some iOS not support. Okay, latest iOS supporting these two tunnels, but some iOS only support DTLS. Okay, but if I want to go in the vSmart, right, and you want to make them select the controller vSmart, you have the option. See,
Okay.
yeah, but
So
some
only in the
iOS, yeah,
only on the vSmart we are seeing this
even
option.
for the some iOS, it is coming for the vManage also. But for this, I don't think it is going to support. For new, it is supporting. We have the
Okay,
option.
so we have to go the configuration, then controller, and where is the option
Then,
to choose it?
oh, I need to check exact data set for that CLI syntax. But
No,
GUI
no,
we
sir.
don't have option.
No, for vSmart, sir, could you please show me again?
vSmart here, no?
Okay, okay.
Okay. So now we are good with this. So let's verify one by one. Show control connections. See, we have the vSmart and we have the vBond. Why vBond that much? It's a temporary connections, okay? So it is going to, when you initially build, it's going to look like this way, but you can ignore it, no problem. But this is vSmart, only one tunnel is there. These are the all temporary tunnels. If you go with the vSmart now, you can see also we have the vBond, 3 tunnels that are temporary, but vManage have the permanent tunnel. But on the vBond, if you go and run the command show control connection, you are not going to find any tunnel. Why? Any reason? Anyone know? Because vBond never initiate the tunnel with anyone. Only remote devices initiate tunnel toward the vSmart. vSmart never initiate tunnel toward any controller. That's why you cannot find any tunnel here. But from the other devices, they have the tunnels. Clear? We are good? Till here? Any doubt? Okay. So now we're done with this controller onboarding. And I believe we are good for today. What do you think, guys? Any questions? Because if I go for this branch onboarding, it will take time. So initially we go a little bit slow, then we move
So
past the space.
yeah, I have a question. Like this is the self-sign certificate, right?
Yes,
So
self-signed certificate.
root seal, yeah, yeah. So if we have like enterprise certificate like DigiCert or the global sign-in,
This is
so
also
what's
enterprise
yes?
root certificate. It's also enterprise root certificate. Based on that we are doing. But if you have a DG cert, right?
Yes.
You have to go here, settings, and here you have to select DigiCert1. This one option.
Okay.
And this same certificate is going to install in every devices, whatever DigiCert you're getting.
It's like, would it be the wild card or something else? For example, my company abc.com, right? So
Mm-hmm.
I have a wild card, like there are different certificate flavors, but I have a wild card, store.abc.com. So can I
To
use?
be honest, when you click on DigiCert now, let me show you.
Okay.
You have to keep the like first name, last name, and you have to certificate interval, and then it is going to put push the certificate automatically. I never done it, okay, but it is going
Mm.
to happen automatically, and they will just give the connectivity. Most of the case, it is going to be like even going to manual also. You can just
Okay, so this like we manage or we smart or we bond, it does not know about the digital root CA, right? So first we have to import like the root CA, then
hmm,
generate the CSR, and then generate the certificate on the digicert
right,
like portal. Yeah.
right. The
Okay.
same
Okay.
process what you do for the other servers, right? You do for
Yeah.
server
Yeah.
or F5, right? Same process you
Yes.
have
Yes.
to do for them, and you have to give them certificate, and they will install in their database, and then they will just validate the control plane connections. But we are doing with the
Okay.
enterprise root certificate. If you're using a Cisco automated, then you don't have to do anything. It is going
Yeah,
to
they will push it on the backend. Yeah.
yeah automatically.
Okay.
So, sir, suppose that if in my organization Cisco is managing the this vManage that is sitting in the cloud environment, okay.
Mhm.
So they are using the root CA or some other thing to push
Sanjay,
the
you joined the
certificate.
very first class now when we discuss about the real time how the
Mhm.
integration is going to happen. I showed this example, right? How the PNP portal. You joined, I believe, if not wrong,
No, no,
right?
no, 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 no. I'm not asking that thing. I'm asking that means suppose that if the root CA means in the production environment I'm talking, the
Mm-hmm.
root CA is not available, and someone is managing. Maybe the Cisco is managing this vManage. Then in production environment, how they are pushing the certificate to sync to each other means
The same
onboarding
thing I'm
process.
saying in the day one class, we talk about you don't have to do anything in productions. It's going to be automatic. If Cisco is managing, you have to just activate your WAN edges by going one by one to the edge devices. I explained when you were there in the real. I showed the demo of the Catalyst SD-WAN. You remember or not?
No, no, I understand, sir. My question is regarding the vBond. Means suppose that vManage is here and
Mm.
the root certificate because we are here using the enterprise root CA to exchanging the certificate, right? So I'm
Mm.
talking about the control plane level only. I'm not talking about the managed devices.
Mm.
So suppose that how they are going to sync to each other.
It will automatically clear sync. You don't have to do anything. If you take the Cisco, right?
Yes.
You onboard, they have their own system-wise configuration, and they are going to control plane automated, and your V1 profile is there, right? So it will automatically sync all the controller. You don't have to do anything. It's automated. There is an
Oh,
option. You can see here. Let me show. You're going to find that is going to be automated. Controller are going to be just Cisco recommended. You have select here. Here you just go Cisco recommended, and it will automatically sync the controller. They will just authenticate each other because they are coming from the PNP portal. All devices are registered there, right? And they are
yes,
same
yes.
controllers, so you don't have to do any manual work. No manual certification required. For VHS, you just have to activate with a serial number and their token ID,
Yeah, yeah.
right?
This is what exactly I wanted to know. Yeah. Now it's
Yeah.
clear. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. Ben, anything you have in your mind you want to ask? Last 10 minutes.
Okay. It's just I just want to know, practically or in production, is it advisable to use Cisco recommended or the enterprise?
Uh,
Oh,
it's a good question, but most of the customer, especially for the non-financial customer, right?
mhm.
they do not care about the enterprise routes here. They just use the Cisco recommended. It's very easy to use. Okay.
Okay.
But some financial customer, they are very particular about their data, like security. So they use their own routes here. They have some guidelines. But most
Okay.
going to find 90% case it's the Cisco automated.
In terms of cost, which one will I
Oh,
preferable?
Cisco recommended is going to save the cost because you don't have to depend on the third party route CA configuration, getting certificate. Certificate pay require the cost. You have to take a subscriptions.
Mm.
So if you're going to use Cisco recommended, you don't have to pay anything to anyone.
Okay. But if you are installing enterprise like we install, like iOS router, and you make it, yeah, CA, root CA, how is that one?
That one, see, again, you're going to use the enterprise router and making the route CA. So you have to purchase the router, right? So again, going to
That
be
is
costly,
true.
no?
Mm.
And some engineer need to
Um,
manage. So that their cost
yeah.
is there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I
But
understand.
and
Thanks.
your inventory is going to be increased, your power is going to be increased, your management is going to increase, right? Monitoring is going to be increased.
Mm.
So everything is going to be there. It's a minor cost, but still there is a cost. But if you're going to use this,
Okay.
your device is going to be less.
Okay. And in that case, just for example, if you are to install that one too should be in the data center.
Yeah, data center.
Yeah, okay.
Hmm.
All right. Thanks.
Hey Shandur, where you are? Last class you missed that. Shandur?
Yeah, man. Yeah, yesterday I couldn't attend. Um, I'm gonna need the link for the videos as well.
Okay, no worry. You'll
No
get.
worries. You'll get.
Okay.
Okay.
Please, when will
Which
we
one will we
get the
get it?
Shandur, your voice.
Sender, your voice.
Let me mute you. Yeah, Ben, go ahead, please. Shandur voice is chip.
what? Yes, I was asking when will we get the lab access? Sure.
Uh, if not today, tomorrow you'll get that. I'll
All
create
right.
even labs, okay? Because we started the lab, so you'll get that.
All right. Thanks.
All right, guys.
Uh,
So enjoy rest of the day.
So can we get at least these notes configuration, like we can revise at least
Yes. Every note you're going to get. Lab guide, configuration, all you're going to get. Sabir.
tomorrow or
I'll try today. Let's see. Team is
yeah.
there. Today they are on the leave, but I'm asking someone to just, complete this all task. If not today, tomorrow definitely it is going to happen.
Okay. Okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you guys. See you. Happy Sunday again. All